The whole notion of using tariffs to pay for tax cuts is getting more traction among Republicans, while Democrats say tariffs would be a regressive tax on the American people. Robert Frank joins us now with the numbers and potential winners and losers. Why don't we know? Isn't it? What year is it? 2024? Do we know or not?
Well, we know something. So
you're going to do a John Fort?
No.
On the
A little bit. Support among Republicans growing for former President Trump's tariffs-for-taxes plan. The idea here is to pay for at least part of those 2017 tax cuts extensions and a corporate tax cut with added tariffs. Trump advisors saying that tariffs would boost U.S. manufacturing, they would create jobs, and they would generate revenue. Democrats say all of that would be a regressive tax hike on the average American to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy and companies. So here are the numbers. According to the Tax Foundation, Trump's additional tariffs would effectively raise taxes and revenue by about $2.6 trillion over 10 years. That would mark by itself the second highest tax hike in non-wartime history. But it's offset by extending the 2017 tax cuts. That amounts to a tax cut and lost revenue of about $4 trillion. You add it all together with the corporate tax cut, and you get a total tax cut of about $1.7 trillion over 10 years. So it would also, of course, add $1.7 trillion to the deficit, excluding the added interest payments. Now, all income groups would benefit from the tax cut extension. Higher earners benefit the most. The top 1% get a 3% tax cuts. Middle earners get a 1% tax. When you look at the tariff impact, there have been some studies that show that the average middle American would effectively get an increase in taxes of about $1,700. The extension of the tax cuts would be a tax cut of $1,000. So you add that together, the tax increase of $1,700 for the tariffs, the tax cut of $1,000. So it's about a $700 increase for the middle earner American. But the top would benefit a bit more, especially because tariffs are regressive.
The first time around, was it the same way? I mean, I know that corporate taxes, they say that's the wealthy. I don't know. I think that's kind of conflating.
It is conflating because it's
But did it help the middle class? Didn't the middle class end up with more of those tax cuts than just the W-2 high earners, or not?
Are you saying, did the 2017 tax cuts,
yes,
were they progressive? More
yes,
progressive. There are some studies that show, in fact, whatever the reason, the tax code became more progressive after the tax cuts. That could have been a lot of different things.
Because, like you said, it is conflating to say tax cuts for the rich when you're talking about corporations.
But the one thing I would say that's misunderstood is that everyone got a tax cut in the 2017, and extending those would benefit everybody. It benefits those at the top more. Now, if you're in a high-tax state, it didn't benefit you more. But broadly speaking, everyone's taxes went down, and everyone would benefit from.
Ours in New Jersey, mine.
Well, if you're a very high earner like you are in New Jersey.
Okay, thank you. I resemble that remark. But it's still with no deductions for.
Yes.
My agent, parasite. No, I'm kidding. Love you.
Ari,
love you.